Now we move to secondary cells. What are secondary cells? Secondary cells are those cells which can be recharged and used over and over again. If you recharge the cell, you can use it over and over again. Like all those people who have an inverter in their house will know that they have a battery for an inverter. That battery is a secondary cell which can be used over and over again. You fill in the battery with distilled water into the battery and you can use it over and over again. The most famous example of secondary cell which is there in your syllabus also is a lead storage battery. A lead storage battery is that battery which is used in your inverters. Also in automobiles, the cars, the buses have a lead storage battery even now. Now, what is a lead storage battery? In a lead storage battery, there are 6 galvanic cells which are connected to each other in series connection. I hope you all know series and parallel connection from physics. If 6 galvanic cells are connected to each other in series connections, okay, one after the other. Now, the cathode, absolute lead. It's absolutely made up of lead, but the lead is packed with lead dioxide. Anode is lead, but this is a soft lead. The lead is molten and it's softer. This lead is softer. Electrolyte is sulfuric acid, not concentrated. It's sulfuric acid which is 38% by mass. Sulfuric acid in water. That is your electrolyte. What's your anodic reactions? Anode में oxidation takes place. How do we know? Look at the reaction. Loss of electron, lead sulfate, loss of electron takes place and you form lead sulfate. Check children, lead undergoes oxidation from 0 to +2 state. Cathode, reduction, lead dioxide, sulfur dioxide. Sorry, this is sulfate ion. Gain of protons, reduction, gain of electrons, reduction. Anodic reaction, cathodic reaction. Let's write the net reaction. What will get cancelled? This and this. This is your net reaction. Basically, in a lead storage battery cell, the lead sulfate goes on the lead sulfate, children, you all know lead sulfate is white precipitate. You did it in experiment number 2 when you added lead acetate. You added lead acetate to lead acetate to sulfate ions in experiment number 3 and you formed lead sulfate. Lead sulfate is a white precipitate. So continuously lead sulfate ka white precipitate will get coated on into the electrodes. They will get coated on into the electrodes, and so the water, the sulfuric acid which is 38% by mass, that means there is 62% water. That water will continuously dilute the sulfuric acid, decrease the concentration of the sulfuric acid, and go on removing the lead sulfate precipitate from the electrodes. Okay, continuously this will go on happening. The anode and the cathode are separately connected to each other so that the area between the two electrodes is increased, and because the water from the sulfuric acid will continuously dilute the sulfuric acid and remove the coating of the lead sulfate. That is why this battery can be used over and over again. This is lead storage battery cell.